For quarter number 2, module 6, for weeks 5 to 6. Module number 6, this is for LC number 2, operations on radical expressions. This is for addition and subtraction. Now, for addition and subtraction, ang tatandaan lang natin is, when we're adding or subtracting radical expressions, titignan lang natin yung mga indices at saka yung radicand ng mga radical expressions natin. Dapat similar sila or equal. So, for instance, we have square root of x plus the square root of x. Bago natin sila i-add or subtract, titignan muna natin kung similar ba yung indices nila at saka yung radicand. Yun yung rule na dapat natin tandaan. Dapat similar yung radicand sa loob at saka yung mga indices. So alam naman natin pag hindi naka-indicate, ibig sabihin yung indices natin is 2. So these are similar radicals. Another is 3 square root of mn. Again, 4 minus 5 cube root of mn. Now, before we simplify, titignan muna natin kung yung mga indices nila at saka yung radicand are similar or the same. So in this case, for this second example, yung indices nila parehas na 3, yung radicand nila parehas na mn. Therefore, pwede mo silang i-simplify. So, dito, ano ba yung sinisimplify natin? Yung indices, yung radicand ba? Ang sinisimplify natin dito, yung mga numerical coefficient, yung mga number dito sa labas. Yung mga terms dito sa labas, sila yung sinisimplify natin. So, bali ang ginagawa natin dun sa may indices at radicand, kinukopy lang natin sila. So, parang mga algebraic expression, halimbawa meron kang x plus x. Ang ginagawa mo, ina-add mo lang yung numerical coefficient nila na 1. So, pag hindi naka-indicate, ibig sabihin 1. So, dito sa first example natin, since wala kang number dito, hindi ibig sabihin 0 yan. Ibig sabihin meron kong 1 dyan. Yung 1 kasi pwede mo nang i-omit pag siya yung numerical coefficient. So, halimbawa dito, x plus x, this is 2x. Ang ginagawa mo, kinokopya mo lang yung mga variable, tapos in-add mo yung numerical coefficient na 1, 1. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito sa mga radical expression. So, alam natin na meron kong 1 dito, meron kong 1 dito. So, in-add mo yung dalawa. So, 1 plus 1, you have 2. And then, this part, yung radical part, siya yung kinakopy mo lang. And then, that will be your final answer. So, ang tatandaan mo lang, ang pwede mo lang i-add, at saka ang pwede mo i-subtract, yung mga radical expressions na parehas yung index at saka yung radicand. Pag hindi sila parehas, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-add. Pero dito sa mga susunod na example natin, kung pwede pang gawa ng paraan para maging parehas, gagawin natin. Pero kung wala na talagang pwedeng gawin para maging parehas sila, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-add or i-subtract. So let's have an example for number 1 hanggang number 5. For number 1, we have 4 square root of a plus 15 square root of a. So yung solution na gagamitin natin is, first, identify muna natin kung similar yung mga indices at saka yung radicand nila. So titignan natin yung radicand ng dalawang expression at saka yung indices. So, parehas ba yung indices nila? Yes. Parehas ba yung radicand nila? Yes. Therefore, this radical expression at this radical expression, pwede mo silang i-simplify o pwede mo silang i-add. So, ang gagawin natin, kopyahin muna natin yung radical part na similar sila. So, yung square root of a. And then, kunin natin yung dalawang numerical coefficient, which is yung 4 plus 15. Ilagay natin sila sa parenthesis. And then you simplify. 4 plus 15, that is 19. And then copy yung square root of a. And then yan yung final answer natin. Next, number 2. So check natin kung parehas yung radicand at saka yung indices. So yung yung indices, yung index ng first expression at saka yung second expression parehas. Yung radicand nila, parehas. Therefore, pwede mo na i-simplify yung 6 at saka yung 11. So, ilagay natin sila sa parenthesis. 6. This one. At saka yung plus 11. Plus 11. And then, you'll just copy this. Kukopyahin mo lang yan. So you have cube root of z squared. So dapat pati yung exponent sa loob ng radical, dapat parehas. So dapat totally magkamukha yan bago mo sila i-simplify. Kung hindi sila magkamukha, you cannot simplify. So next, we move with this one. I-simplify na natin sa loob ng parenthesis. 6 plus 11, that is 17. So you have 17 cube root of z squared. So yun yung final answer natin. For number 3, you have 8 7th root of xy minus 10 7th root of xy. So again, let's check kung parehas ng radical. Yun nasa loob ng radical symbol. So parehas na xy. Yung index kung parehas para sa 7. So therefore, yung 8 at saka yung negative 10, pwede mo silang i-simplify. So ilagay natin sa parenthesis 8 minus 10. And then copy 7th root of x, y. And then, pwede mo na i-simplify yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, 8 minus 10, that is negative 2, 7th root of x, y. So, alam naman natin ba't negative 2 yun. Kasi pag nagsusubtract tayo, susundin natin sign para doon sa may answer natin will be yung sign ng mas mataas na number which is yung 10. So, yung 10 is negative. So, yung answer natin is negative. Next, number 4. 13 10th root of ab squared c minus 7 10th root of ab squared c. So again, let's check kung parehas yung radical. Well, parehas sila. Yung index, parehas din. So yung 13 minus 7, pwede natin i-simplify. 13 minus 7 and 10th root of ab squared c. And then we'll just simplify yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. 13 minus 7, that is 6. Next, last number, number 5. Number 5 is negative 7 square root of x minus 3 square root of x. So let's check. Parehas ba yung radical? Parehas. Yung index, parehas din. So yung negative 7 tsaka negative 3 pwede na i-simplify. And then you'll just copy square root of x. Now yung negative 7, negative 3 pag sinimplify, that is negative 10 square root of x. So alam naman natin pag parehas sila ng sign, ina-add natin sila under addition tsaka subtraction. Yung parang rule sa integers. So, ganyan ang gagawin kapag nagsisimplify ka ng addition ay ng mga radical expression under addition and subtraction. Check mo muna kung parehas yung radical tsaka yung indices. So, ang rule natin bago ka mag-add tsaka mag-subtract, i-check mo muna kung parehas yung radical at tsaka yung index. Kapag hindi sila parehas, you cannot simplify. So next, let's have an example ng mga radical expressions na dissimilar or hindi mo sila pwedeng i-simplify kasi hindi sila similar sa radical o kaya sa mga indices. So halimbawa, for number 6, you have 7 square root of a plus 10 square root of b. Now obviously, hindi mo pwedeng i-add yung dalawang yan since yung radical nila hindi parehas. Kahit na parehas yung indices nila, kung hindi parehas yung mga radical, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-add. So therefore, yung final answer natin dito will be you'll just copy since hindi mo sila pwedeng i-simplify. Another example is number 7. Let's say cube root of m and p plus 17 square root of m and p. Now, if we will check, parehas ng radical nila, m and p. Parehas na m and p. Though yung indices nila hindi parehas. Yung first radical expression natin is, yung first term is cube root of m and p. Yung sa second term natin is square root of m and p. Hindi sila parehas ng index. So hindi mo sila pwedeng i-simplify. Therefore, you'll just copy. Kung hindi sila parehas ng index, hindi sila parehas ng radicand, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-simplify. Therefore, you'll just copy. Another instance is, halimbawa number 8. Halimbawa, this is m, 4th root of x, plus n, 4th root of x. Halimbawa yan. So obviously, makikita natin, parehas yung radicand, parehas yung index. Pero paano mo kaya simplify yung m at saka yung n? So alam natin na pag parehas yung radicand, parehas yung index, pwede silang i-simplify. So you have this. Kasi pwede mo i-copy yan since magkamukha lang. Ngayon, ano ilalagay mo dito? Ang ilalagay mo dito yung m plus n. M plus n. Now, pwede mo bang i-add yung m tsaka n? No, kasi magkaibang variable. So therefore, and even if susubukan mo i-add dyan, ano yung m plus n? So para silang letter, di mo sila pwede pagsamahin. Therefore, yan yung final answer. So ilalagay mo lang sila sa parentheses kung mga letters sila. So kung hindi magkamukha yung radical, hindi mo pwedeng i-add. Pag hindi magkamukha yung indices, hindi mo pwedeng i-add or subtract or just copy. Kapag letters naman o variable na nasa labas, yung mga numerical o literal coefficient mo, pagsasamahin mo lang sila sa parentheses like parang ganyan, isi-simplify mo lang sila. So another illustrative example for number 9, 10, and 11. So for number 9, we have 13m square root of s plus 7m square root of s. So again, let's check kung similar expressions sila or radical expressions. Tignan natin yung radicand. Check natin yung radicand, parehas na s. Tignan natin yung indices, parehas yung indices. So therefore, pwede na natin i-copy ito. Since parehas sila. So therefore, pwede mo i-simplify yung expression na yan. And then copy yung 13m tsaka 7m. So you have 13m plus 7m. So alam naman natin sa algebraic expressions, pwede mo lang i-add yung mga similar terms. So obviously, yung 13m plus 7m, similar terms sila kasi parehas sila may variable na m. Tapos yung exponent nila tigpa 1 din. So therefore, yung magiging final answer natin dito is 20m, copy yung square root of s. So hopefully natatandaan nyo pa yung pag-add ng mga radical, ng mga algebraic expression. Kapag nag-add ka, ina-add mo yung mga numerical coefficient and then kinakopy mo lang yung variable na m. So you'll just copy yung m. For number 10, we have 4n cube root of t squared plus 15n cube root of t squared minus 10n cube root of t squared. So tatlong terms yung sinisimplify natin. Check natin kung pwede natin silang i-simplify lahat. So para-paras ba silang may t squared? Yes. Para-paras ba silang 3 yung indices? Yes. So therefore, yung 4n, 15n, at saka yung 10n, pwede mo silang i-simplify. So you have 4n plus 15n minus 10n, and then copy yung cube root of t squared. So simplify. Pwede ba isa lang i-simplify lahat? Para similar terms ba sila? Well, the answer is yes, kasi para sila may n na variable. So you will just simplify 4 plus 15, that's 19, minus 10, that's 9. So this is 9n, and then copy yung cube root of t squared. So you always check kung mga similar terms sila. Yung mga similar terms lang yung pwede mong i-simplify. Next, so this is next, number 11. So sa number 11, meron ka ng different radicands tsaka indices. Again, same rule yung i-apply natin. Ang mga pwede mo lang i-simplify yung mga terms na parehas, yung radicand at saka yung indices. So for number 11, we have 2 square root of m plus 7 cube root of n minus 5 cube root of n plus 7 square root of m. So titignan natin yung mga similar terms. So obviously, yung mga kaparehas na terms, yung 2 square root of m at saka yung 7 square root of m, sila yung similar terms since para silang may square root of m, square root of m. And then, you have 7 square root of n, negative 5 square root of n. So itong dalawa naman yung similar terms. So ang gagawin natin, yung 2 square root of m at saka yung 7 square root of m, sila lang yung pwede natin, sila muna yung pwede natin i-add. So you'll just copy 2 plus 7 and then copy yung square root of m plus parenthesis itong dalawa 7 minus 5 and then cube root of n. So pwede mo na i-simplify yung mga nasa loob ng parenthesis. So 2 plus 7, this is 9 square root of n. 7 minus 5, that is positive 2 cube root of n. Yan. As much as possible yung arrangement ng mga letters natin, ng mga variable, o ng mga terms is alphabetical, mauna yung m tapos yung n, term na may n. So kung mapapansin natin, since di mo na pwedeng i-add yung 9 square root of m sa 2 cube root of n, kasi nga magkaiba sila ng radical, magkaiba pa sila ng index. So di mo na sila pwedeng i-simplify. So yan yung final answer natin. So ang ginawa natin sa number 11 is kinumbine natin yung mga similar terms. Kinumbine natin yung may square root of n, tapos kinumbine natin yung may cube root of n. And then yung dalawang yan, di na natin sila pwede pagsamahin since magkaiba sila ng mga term, magkaiba sila ng variable, magkaiba sila ng indices, magkaiba sila ng radicand at saka indices. So ang pinagsama ko lang, itong dalawa, and then this two. And then yun yung final answer natin. Again, just a reminder, ang pwede mo lang i-simplify yung parehas yung radicand at saka yung index. Yun lang ang pwede mo pagsamahin. Pag hindi sila magkamukha, hindi mo sila pwedeng i-simplify. Yun yung final answer. You'll just have to copy. Next example for number 12 and 13. Now, this time kung mapapansin natin, for number 12, we have 4 square root of 20 plus 6 square root of 45. So again, bago tayo mag-add, i-check muna natin yung radicand sa loob ng radical sign kung parehas. So dito sa number 12, yung first term, yung radicand niya is 20. Yung second term is 45. Well, basing on this, alam mo na hindi sila pwedeng i-add agad. Though, yung 20 tsaka 45, pwede mo pa silang i-factor. So, ang mangyayari ngayon dito is, gagawin natin silang magkamukha, yung mga radicands nila, para ma-simplify natin. So, ang hint dito is, kapag pwede pa silang i-factor, subukan mo silang i-factor para malaman mo kung magiging similar sila o dissimilar. So, for number 12, this can be written as 4 square root of 4 times 5. This is still 20. Tama? 4 times 5 is 20. 6 is 9 times 6 is square root of 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. So 4 times 5 is 20. 9 times 5 is 45. Now kung mapapansin natin, doon sa mga factors nila, pwede natin paghiwalayin yung 4, 5 at saka 9 and 5. Well, in your solution, pwede mo naman paghiwalay para mas mabilis. So, this can be written as 4 square root of 4 times square root of 5 plus 6 square root of 9 times square root of 5. Now, dito nakikita na natin na yung square root of 4 is a perfect square. Tapos yung square root of 9 is a perfect square. So, may mga sagot tayo dyan. So, ito, pwede maging square root of 4 is 2 times square root of 5. 6 times ano yung square root of 9, this is 3 times square root of 5. Now, itong dalawang ito, isi-simplify natin. Yung 4 times 2, tsaka 6 times 3. So, 4 times 2 is 8. Copy yung square root of 5. Plus, 6 times 3 is 18. Copy yung square root of 5. Now, number 12, from 4 square root of 20 plus 6 square root of 45, na-simplify natin into 8 square root of 5 plus 18 square root of 5. If you have a calculator, the scientific, yung value ng 4 square root of 20 is kaparehas lang ng 8 square root of 5 if you will punch sa calculator. Yung 6 square root of 45 at saka 18 square root of 5, parehas lang din ang value. So now, tignan natin. Nung sinimplify natin yung 4 square root of 20 at saka yung 6 square root of 45, ito yung lumitaw. So makikita natin na parehas sila ng index, parehas na sila ng radical. So therefore, yung 8 at saka yung 18, pwede na natin i-simplify. 8 plus 18 square root of 5. 8 plus 18 is 26, tama? Square root of 5. So from hindi mo pwedeng i-simplify, kasi, o di mo pwedeng i-add, kasi nga magkaiba yung radical. After natin ma-simplify individually, pwede na natin silang i-add. Kasi parehas ng radical nila at saka yung indices. So yan sa mga paraan para ma-simplify yung mga terms, yung mga radical terms na dissimilar. Subukan mo muna i-factor kung pwede, tapos simplify para magkaparehas sila ng radical. For number 13, we have the square root of 18n minus the square root of 50n. Well, obviously, even though parehas yung indices nila, hindi parehas yung radical. Pero, yung 18 at saka yung 50, pwede natin i-factor. So, yung 18, pwede ko isulat ng 9 times 2m. Tama? 9 times 2m is 18m. Yung 50, pwede ko isulat ng 25 times 2m. And then, yung 9 at saka 2, pwede ko pag-iwalayan. So, you have square root of 9 times square root of 2m. Pagsamahin na natin yung 2 at m. Minus square root of 25 times square root of 2m. Now, in this case, yung 9, yung square root of 9, pwede na natin i-simplify. So, square root of 9 is 3. And then, copy this. Minus square root of 25 is 5. And then, copy yung square root of 2m. Now, yung radical nila, ngayon, pagkamukha na. So therefore, yung 3 at saka negative 5, pwede na natin i-simplify. So magiging 3 minus 5, and then copy yung square root of 2n. So 3 minus 5, that is negative 2 square root of 2n. So kanina, dito hindi mo sila pwedeng i-add, o hindi mo sila pwedeng i-subtract, kasi magkaiba ng radical. Pero after ng simplification, naging parehas na yung mga radicals nila. So therefore, pwede mo na i-simplify. So again, paano mo malalaman yung mga dissimilar terms is, pwede pa bang i-simplify o hindi na? O pwede pa silang add o hindi? So ang aalamin mo is, yung mga radicals nila, yung mga radical, pwede bang i-factor? Kung pwede i-factor, i-factor mo. Total, yung final answer dapat hindi na siya, wala nang factorable doon sa loob ng radical symbol. So kung pwede pang i-factor yung mga nasa loob, i-factor mo para ma-simplify. Tapos, yung final simplification, tulad dito, titignan mo yan kung yung mga radicals nila naging magkaparehas. Tulad dito, yung radical, o tulad dito, yung radicals nila naging magkaparehas. From 20 tsaka 45, naging 5 parehas. So kung nagiging parehas yung radical nila, pwede mo silang i-add. Dito pwede mo silang subtract. Since parehas yung mga radical nila. So again, kapag hindi parehas, yung mga radical, try nyo munang i-factor. Tapos i-simplify. Tapos tignan natin ano yung magiging resulta, kung similar or dissimilar. Halimbawa, nag-simplify ka. Halimbawa, pagdating dito, 3 3 yung lumitaw. Halimbawa 3. So, di mo na kayang i-factor yung 3 at saka 2, tsaka hindi na sila factorable kasi mga prime numbers na sila. Pwede mo pang i-simplify yan? Well, of course, hindi na. So, therefore, yung magiging final answer mo is yan na. Kung yung simplify mo tapos lumitaw, hindi sila magkaparehas, yan yung final answer mo, hindi mo na sila pwedeng i-subtract. Since ang rule natin sa addition at subtraction, dapat magkamukha yung radical at saka yung index. Kung hindi magkamukha, you'll just have to copy yun na yung final answer. Well, this is just an example. In this case, parehas naman silang 2M, so pwede mo i-subtract yung 3 at saka yung 5.